What's up everyone, KRTUGO here back with another F1 2021 video. Today we're going to be doing a hot lap and setup around Bahrain. Here we are on the main straight going down this lap. This first lap is going to be full speed, and then the second lap we're actually going to slow bits down so I can go into more detail and explain the braking zones and the proper way of taking the turns to try to help you guys out as much as possible. Here we are on the second straight of the track, hitting that DRS button again. There is 3 DRS zones on this track. The first straight, the second straight, and the third straight. The last straight of the track does not actually have a DRS zone, and it's probably for the best because it would just be this. Yeah, we'll just go with that. These turns are very tricky in this section to get right, both of those. That downhiller and turn 9 and 10 braking is extremely hard to get right, but there is a lot of time there to gain if you get it right. I could possibly even gain a little bit more time if I had a little bit more time to practice. But I'm not going to spend a whole week on one track to practice. One of these days maybe. Alright, so this turn I ran a little wide, and I'm actually really surprised that the game didn't penalize me for going off the track. But because of that, I did actually lose a bit of time, so it does make a little sense. That turn I hit the apex a little too hard. You just want to kiss it, you don't want to hit that hard. Here we are, we're going to be going across the line for a 1:26.180. That is actually really good for me. I'm really happy with that result. Here we are, lap 2. Just gonna slow it down a bit. Here we are. You want to get great traction out of that turn to get maximum speed. Hitting that DRS as soon as possible again for maximum speed down this straight. Going down to turn 1, you're gonna want to brake around the 125 meter area. Going into the apex, you want to take a bit of a late apex. Try to get that car straightened up and get the power down as soon as possible. Once you go towards the turn 2 apex, you want to let off a little bit so the curb doesn't upset the car, and then full throttle going through turn 3. DRS zone again. Coming up to turn 4, you want to brake around the 100 meter board, and you want to carry as much speed through this as possible and let the car drift out a bit wide, because going into turn 5, 6, and 7, you're going to want to stay towards the left side of the track. Hit that curb as well, and then kiss this curb and that curb as well, because that last curb can upset the car. This is another tricky braking point in this track. Very hard to get right. Going down, up, you want to get on the throttle as soon as possible without letting the car give out. Coming down to turn 9 and 10, you're going to want to brake right around that curb starting area. When you kiss that curb is when you're going to start braking, and then throttle off of it towards the apex of turn 10. Getting back on the power nice and easy to make sure traction is controlled, and DRS is enabled as soon as possible, saving a lot of time in there. Down here you want to brake around the 75 meter area, so in between the 50 and 100 meters. You can go a little wider than this if you need to. You want to carry as much speed through the S's as possible. Going up to turn 13, you want to brake right around here, and then carry as much speed through this turn. Hitting that apex, you can really attack that curb very aggressively and carry a lot of speed through that turn. I actually lost a bit of time through that turn. And then going down to the last one, you want to brake right around in between the 50 and 100 meter board for that turn, and then carry as much speed through it as possible and get on the throttle as soon as possible. Going down to the main straight, another DRS zone before the start finish line, and there we are again with a 1:26.18. Alright, now on to the setup. Here we are. Aerodynamics, we're going to be running a front 6 and a rear 8, and transmission 90/56. You can lower that if you need to. Front camber 2.5, 1.88, and then 2. You want a 2.5, 2.5, and a 2.6. It's a pretty soft setup. Brake pressure 100%, and then bias is 57. And then for the tires, it is in the middle all the way down. I actually like a softer tire. I feel like it helps with the curbs and just overall low traction grip. From what I can tell in this game so far, it seems like tire pressure is going to be a big personal preference. Higher pressures definitely help out in the higher load situations. If it wasn't for the high speed S's, I would probably be running a lower tire pressure than that, but it seems if you run them too low, your back end just becomes unstable. Thanks for watching. That is going to be it for this video, and I will see you guys next time.